To another bite-sized marketing training. Today we're talking about engagement, productivity, and fulfillment. This is the last module in the four-part series for the accountability process and system. And its main objective is to help you deepen that connection to our cause through real life stories and a sense of community. So the key topics include activating your entire organization. And one of the things we mentioned in there is creating a culture fit environment where people really feel like they're part of something really, really big and special. The second will be sharing an effective engagement strategy, because in the end, the more engagement we have, the more successful we will be. I'll also share 4 tips to go from engagement to fulfillment while explaining exactly what that means. And then using fulfillment as a competitive advantage. There are a lot of organizations in every community, and we want to know exactly why people should choose this organization as opposed to another. And lastly, we'll talk about the success formula that ties everything together with a nice piece of homework for you. Now, Frank Sonnenberg says, shared beliefs and values form the heart of every successful relationship and ultimately determine its success. This brings to mind the old statement that says, surround yourself with the right people every single day. I know I don't have those words perfectly stated, but at the end of the day, when we surround ourselves with people who share our beliefs and our values, it just makes for a much better energy, a better environment, and really sets the tone and the foundation for much success in the future. So how do you go about activating your entire organization? Well, here are 3 steps to help you do just that. So number 1, you pinpoint exactly what matters most to the organization. And this will minimize disruptions and help us to be more successful in achieving our goals with shared values that are aligned with our organization. And so we do this through the work of our corporate image, our vision, our mission statement, our values statement, everything that makes up the organization and our reason for doing the work that we do. Number 2 is to create a culture fit organization that allows its people to adapt to the core beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors that make up the organization. And so not only will they adapt to the core beliefs, but they're going to feel like they're part of something really, really big and special. Number 3, inspire others through stories. Stories that inspire can elicit specific emotions. It causes people to strive for a new purpose and drives others to higher awareness. Stories are at the heart of who we are and what we do. And this is what will tap into those heartstrings and allow people to join in to either volunteer, provide some funds through donations, whatever the case. Take a look at an effective engagement strategy to keep your people engaged, happy, and eager to come back. Again, when we're talking about people, we're actually talking about your tutors, your learners, your supporters, donors, you name it, your admin staff, everyone, your board, everyone who is connected to your organization in some way or fashion. So step number 1 is to understand your people's motivation. So find out why your people are drawn to your cause from the beginning. Make note of these stories, because these are things that can be used throughout your marketing to motivate other people to come forward and be part of this amazing journey that we are on. Number 2, deepen the connection to your cause. It's critical to focus on the purpose, the goals, and the values. So obviously, we've talked about connection through module 1 to module number 4, I have a feeling that you are really grasping what it means to be connected. And as we continue to move forward with our accountability process, we're going to go really deep into the purpose, the goals, and the values, and the vision statement, the mission statement, everything that is considered part of the organization's reason to be. Number 3, provide orientation and training. So welcome your people with handbooks, policies, and a clear understanding of their roles. So for instance, even people who are looking for information from the organization, I would love to see a packet that we would share with them digitally and eventually maybe print form that basically shows the organization, its mission, talks about some of the stories, and just a really nice information packet that will encourage them to be part of our cause. Number 4, be flexible. In order to have an effective engagement policy or strategy throughout your organization, being willing to respond well to altered circumstances or conditions. And I'm just going to say this as a sideline. You guys already have number 4 down to a T, because since this COVID business started, you guys have all been very, very flexible and have done very well, considering even with all of the challenges that the pandemic has brought to us. Number 5, encourage a sense of community. And there's nothing better than to feel like you are part of a bigger picture or something greater than words can describe. And I know I say that often, but at the end of the day, that's really what we want to instill. We want to share stories. We want to help people really understand why we exist and why we want to help. And the more they understand, the more they feel part of our community, the greater our success will be. The more learners we're going to attract, and we're going to help them reach their literacy goals. And the more tutors are going to want to be part of this huge movement that we are creating. Number 6, keep in touch. Let your people understand the value of the work they are doing by showing how it impacts the people you serve. So let them know and understand through different touch points how they are affecting or the results and the impact that their work is actually bringing to the learners. And we do this again through stories and sharing and all of that fun stuff. So the end result of an effective engagement strategy is global gratitude. Following through with this process will naturally create a sense of gratitude in every area of your organization. People will want to do more because they feel appreciated. Think of a time when someone said to you, "Thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for making those extra calls," or "Thank you for stepping outside of your comfort zone to, bring in the digital learning aspect to your organization. Thank you so much for that." What a beautiful feeling that is. The next thing is you'll end up getting more tutors, learners, and volunteers. You'll also more donors as well, more donations. So incorporating these tips into your engagement strategy will keep people coming back, staying longer, and encourage others to join in on the fun. That's what we're going to do. We're going to create this foundation. The foundation is actually already created, because if we look at law-backed literacy, it's been here for 40 years already. This year marks 40 years of service. And so, in my opinion, the foundation has already been created. Now, the work that we're going to do to change things up with our corporate image and our missions, our messaging, our communications, and sharing even more stories is going to solidify that foundation even more, create a movement that everyone wants to be part of. And in time, step by step, day by day, we need to be patient because things like this do take time and patience. But in the end, we're going to start seeing some results. 4 tips to go from engagement to fulfillment. Number 1 is to live up to your promises. Now, when I look at this, I think of Labac Literacy's mission to provide programs that improve the literacy skills of New Brunswickers and the vision to excel at changing lives through adult literacy. That's basically a promise that we've made, and we continually live up to that promise. This also goes with providing your people with everything that they need to succeed, and living up to your promises helps people to feel more fulfilled and engaged within the processes. Number 2, interact on their level. I see this as, I used to always say, let's meet our clients where they are and take them where they want to be or where they want to go. And so it's the same thing here. We meet our learners exactly where they are and we take them where they want to go as they're reaching their literacy goals. But we're also doing the same thing when volunteers approach our organization to become a tutor or volunteer at an event, or maybe provide donations. We want to basically interact on their level. We want to meet them where they are, and we want to take them where they want to go. We want to make sure they stay with us for a very long time by connecting and feeling engaged with our organization. Number 3, continually nurture the sense of belonging. Once we've gained new volunteers and new people to our organization, we want to continue to nurture them and make them feel, not lose that feeling of belonging, because if they do, then it'll be that much harder to bring people on board afterwards. So if we nurture the people that we currently have, create and nurture that sense of belonging that they feel from the beginning, then we're going to naturally encourage others and attract others to join in on our vision and mission. Number 4, view each and every position as essential to creating the ultimate success for your organization. So every single position, no matter what it is, from administration to volunteering to learning to being providing donations, every single position, every single person is essential and necessary for the success of the organization moving forward. Now, what does it mean to use fulfillment as a competitive advantage? So first of all, people cannot thrive without a meaningful place to add value and grow with. And basically, when people want to volunteer or be part of an organization, or choose a specific cause as a career, they want to choose a place that is really, really meaningful, where they can add that value and grow with the organization. So fulfillment offers a framework to align priorities within and between work, home, and life. And so we want to make sure that we're flexible so that volunteers, and we're already doing that actually. So volunteers basically work on their own schedule, and we've provided that framework that really aligns with the priorities of what we want to accomplish. So winning organizations today are thinking more holistically about their people and providing the support systems that bring out the best that people have to offer by connecting with their path to fulfillment. So I know as I'm working with Carol, with the organization, I really do feel like I'm fulfilled. I have a busy home life, And I basically get to choose the time that I work, my 15 hours. And I really do feel, and I love the work that I'm doing with the councils, with the organization, and I love to be part of this movement as things continue to grow and evolve. And I really do feel fulfilled. And so that's what we want to instill in every single person that works with your council, with your organization. With your board members, it's the same thing. We may not be mentioning them a whole lot, but they are part of this mix and they're a very important part. And when they feel fulfilled because of the time that they're giving, the value that they're providing to the organization, they're going to want to stay even longer and grow with the organization. And so again, using this as a competitive advantage, there are a lot of organizations popping up, even, during this pandemic. People are changing the way that they're doing things. There are a lot of different organizations that people can choose to be part of. So why would they choose your council, our organization, as opposed to somebody else's? Awesome video I found that really illustrates fulfillment at work or an organization really, really nicely.
Do you know how we get fulfillment? You can be happy because you did things at work. You can be proud because you did things at work. You can be excited because you had a big success at work. But do you know how you feel fulfilled at work? When you do something for someone else. It's the only way we get that feeling. Do you know why the statistics say that over 90% of people don't feel fulfilled by the work they do? It's not because of the job, it's not because of the pay, it's not because of the benefits. It's because we don't help each other anymore. We sit in our cubes and we work. And anything that we turn to anybody is because we need something, we need to get something. And yet we don't put ourselves out there simply for no other reason than to help somebody else. Do you know what generosity is? Generosity is doing something for someone else expecting nothing in return. At no point ever. It's not an equation. It's designed to help you feel good. Because when we are in groups, when we are surrounded by people who believe what we believe, trust emerges and our very survival and progress goes up. Make it about them, not about you. The fact of the matter is 100% of customers are people. And 100% of clients are people. And 100% of employees are people. I don't care how good your product is, I don't care how good your marketing is, I don't care how good your design is. If you don't understand people, you don't understand business. We are social animals, we are human beings, and our survival depends on our ability to form trusting relationships. My question is what are you doing to help the person next to you? Don't you want to wake up and go to work for the only reason that you can do something good for someone else? Wouldn't you want them to do that for you?
I don't know about you, but that's certainly a video to watch over and over again. It really gets me pumped up. So when we are surrounded by people who believe what we believe, there are two things that happen. Now I'm going to wait here just a minute just to let you think into this question. What are the two things that happen when we are surrounded by people who believe what we believe? Are you ready? Number one, trust emerges. And number two, survival and progress goes up when we are surrounded by people who believe what we believe. And that is what this accountability process is going to help us do throughout the whole province. Because we are a beautiful, fantastic team that is actually going to make things happen because we believe in what we are doing. have the success formula that basically ties everything that we've learned from Module 1 to Module 4. So our main goal is to create meaningful change, a meaningful change for all of New Brunswickers. And so this is achieved by a shared vision. So we see the big picture and we articulate it into a beautiful mission that as many people as possible can connect with. Then we add in the strong purpose. Our purpose is to help as many adults as we possibly can here in the province to reach their literacy goals. Now we're going to articulate that in such a way that it's going to pull at those heartstrings. We're going to share stories and results, and people are going to start seeing those even more, and they're going to be attracted to our cause and to our organization. We add in the sense of belonging. This is about engagement and nurturing the people, the relationships that we make on a day-to-day basis. Once the more engagement we have, the more success we have. We add in the effective leadership, which basically encompasses everything. The better leadership that we provide to our people within our organization, the more success we will have as well. And last but not least, we have learned experiences. And this isn't something that we've mentioned too much during the last 4 modules, but you have experienced and learned much in the last few years. And you're going to continue to learn and experience many, many things that are going to help this organization move forward. And so we learn from our experiences, we grow from our experiences, and we just continue rinsing and repeating as we go. Now, James Cascio, I'm really not sure I'm saying her name correctly, says that resilience is about being able to overcome the unexpected. Sustainability is about survival. Thrive is the ultimate goal of resilience. When it comes to resilience, I see Lawback Literacy as a very resilient organization. I mean, through the face of a pandemic, I feel that we are stronger than ever. We're making so many changes within the organization, and nothing will hold us down. So no matter what happens, no matter the challenges that may lie ahead, we are moving forward stronger and better than ever. Thanks very much for being part of these 4 modules. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to our Q&A in the next week. Bye for now.